That is a fabulous dress.
Thank you. It's so good to see you.
You too. The last time we spoke, the first time I met you, it was over Zoom. It was during the time we couldn't have people here. And so thanks for being here. Congratulations on all this success, too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So you have won all kinds of awards since I saw you, so that must feel very good.
It's very strange because you're on Zoom, so it feels wonderful, but an actual award show really frightened me. So getting to go to the Emmys, I was like, oh, God, I've never done this before. This is pretty intense. But yes, it's been lovely. Thank you.
No, it was great. And so explain what you did after the Emmys this year. You said you went to the Emmys, but then I see a picture of you doing, is it Jell-o wrestling? Is that what you were doing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So where was this?
This was at my friend's house. Again, award shows are frightening. They're really wonderful, but it's just not really what I do every day. So I've made a rule that whenever I do something that's scary, I get to do something ridiculous that I've always wanted to do. So out of the couture gown and into the Tigger Onesie is the rule of thumb now.
That's a lot of Jell-o.
Yeah.
A whole lot of Jell-o.
Cold and green, surprisingly hard. Harder than I thought it was going to be.
Really? It's not easy to fall into Jell-o?
It's very slippery and it's quite slow. It's almost like Tai Chi. In my mind, I thought it was going to be very dynamic, and instead it's like...
Well, then that's good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Form of exercise.
It's wrestling Tai Chi.
Exactly.
Yeah. And now, what else, what is another thing, an example that you would do that's ridiculous after doing something scary?
I really want to ride a mechanical bull.
Oh, that's really fun.
Yeah.
You've never done that?
No, I'm currently working in Savannah, and there's a mechanical bull, but we're on night shoots, and I'm just desperate to give it a go. I want it to be my party trick.
Oh, my God. Had I known that ahead of time, I would have had a mechanical bull for you. I would have had you on a mechanical bull today. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, well.
I'll recover.
I was going to say next year, but there is no next year, so never mind. I'm just kidding. So I want to talk about this, too, because I love animals as much as you love animals, I think. You raised baby ducks in your bedroom with you.
Yeah.
And then when you'd get in the pool, they would follow you around?
Yeah, so I was so obsessed with them, and baby chicks and baby ducklings, but with the ducklings, because they think that you're their mum, they follow you around everywhere. And once their plumage gets coarse enough, if I jumped in the pool, they'd get really panicked, but then follow me. Then I'd swim laps, and they'd just follow me around.
How did you end up with baby ducks?
We had friends that had a farm. All I wanted when I was a kid was an incubator, and that from a 5-year-old is like pretty weird. So my parents didn't get me that, but our neighbors would give me their little chicks and ducklings. And
so then you raised the little ducks until they flew off. Did they ever come back? Because they usually come back to the same spot.
Yeah, they would always stay on the farm that I grew up on, but we sold that farm a couple of years ago, and it broke my heart because all my babies are out there.
Oh, well, I'm sure they still go back there. All right, let's talk. I have to talk about the movie, because it's really, you don't know what it is for a long time.
Yeah.
First of all, it's beautifully shot. It's so stylized, and the way that Sandy is shot in one, and then you're next to her, but explain what the movie is.
So the movie follows an aspiring fashion designer that moves from the countryside to London, and she has a deep obsession with London, specifically in the 60s. That's her, playground. And as her experience of school, the big city, doesn't match up with what she expected it to be, she starts having dreams, or she goes back to the era that she fantasized about. And it starts off really beautifully and then very quickly kind of gets more threatening.
Yes, and you're trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And is that where you were shooting at night, or are you shooting at night now?
No, I'm shooting something else. I finished work at 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday in Georgia. So I'm here now, which is great.
Man. Wow, thank you so much.
No, thank you, please. But yeah, no, we shot a lot of this in Soho, which is pretty incredible. London Soho, because, I mean, you can't usually shut down that area. It's pretty rowdy. So yeah, we did a lot of night shoots there, and it was super strange because we would be going to work at around 1 o'clock in the morning, and then we'd bump into our friends that were coming out of the club and the pub, and they're just like, what are you doing? We're like, we're working, man. It's our day is about to begin.
Wow, that must be hard to adjust when you finish doing things like that.
Yes, you know what it is? It's the joggers for me. It's the 6 a.m. joggers whilst I'm coming home, I'm like, oh, your life is so together.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm dying. I'm like, oh, good for you.
Yeah,
Run.
I understand. Yeah. Run on now, jog. Well, it was great meeting you in person, and congratulations on everything. The movie is called Last Night in Soho. It is in theaters Friday, and we'll be right back.